Hello Aries, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading for the 30th through to the 6th of June, 30th May through to the 6th of June. This is the first card out of the pack. This is the guides, or the message from the universe for your relationships according to your karmic path. This is what is on your karmic path for your relationships. 2 queens. This is great. This is really nice for your relationship side. This is looking really good. This is for your karmic path on your material side of life. The 8 of Cups, which you had last week in your last week reading. This is how the universe is influencing your financial, money, jobs, and your karmic path with the King of Wands. If you want to know anything more about the Astroflower, please go down in the link below, in the description below, and you'll find lots of links. You'll also find information about the petals and the elements within the Astroflower and what makes up your Astroflower. Your Astroflower book is also available in the links in the description below. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. This is the relationship side. And this is the money side, jobs, businesses, projects, that sort of thing. This is relationships, emotions, spirit, and stuff like that. There's certainly a contradictory going on the financial sort of side, but things seem to be very much on a path on the relationship side. Let's see what's going on there first. This is real. This is your karmic path is really tied into the universal message, basically. And it seems like you're going to be taking a lot of information from the world around you into the relationships of understanding of how you could be within relationships for this week, or just getting some basic understanding about you and relationships for this week. It's once you get going, Aries, you know, you're the toast of the evening. It's just getting going. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult, and but once it's off and rolling, there's no stopping you. You know, real party animals, really. And yeah, it seems like here that it's almost as if the universe is sort of saying rely more upon your emotions than on your mentally constructed emotions. So let's just say we went to a party. At that party, your mind is sort of saying, love this song, but don't dance, don't make a fool of yourself. And the universe is sort of running those emotions, sort of saying, oh, it's stronger than you love this song, just go ahead and dance, who cares? And I would trust those emotions from the universe, actually. It seems like it will allow you to open more doors with people around you within the relationships. That could be family, friends, community, and partners. But it is definitely being a lot more emotionally attached to those relationships. That's what it seems like this week. Because the Queen of Cups is actually giving out her emotions. And the Queen of Swords has got emotions under control. So it's almost contradictory, and similar contradictory working within your material or money side of things. Let's see how the universe is guiding your karmic, how your guides are influencing your karmic path. It's marrying both sides. So it's a case of, if it works for you and it works for them, then why not do it? And that's probably a good, barometer for relationships. It's a very good yardstick, or a measure for relationships. Sort of saying, it works, I like doing this is good. And the other people in the relationships could even be, family members saying, yeah, this is great. We all like doing this as well. Let's do this all together. Great. And you find a new hobby, or, you find connections with certain people within your entourage that you may not have had before. So it seems really good, and it seems like a unifying force between the two. Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands is very rhythmical. You had the Ace of Cups here last time, which was really good. And the funny thing is with that 8 of Cups there was where is the Queen of Cups. So and it seems to be with all signs at the moment. There is a definite influence from the relationship side over onto the business side of life, over onto the money side. That seems to be the overall sort of thing that's going on at the moment. This here is where your guides are very much on a rhythm, sort of saying, if you stick to the rhythm, you'll just go ahead and do things with a lot more ease than if you're not in the rhythm. Because it's trying to choose that moment to get. And it's a bit like, you know, the people who used to do, what's it called when they do, there was that song, wasn't it? I've forgotten what it is now. Where you got two skipping ropes and you jump in the middle and you try and sort of, it's all to do with timing to get yourself in the middle at the right time. And that's what it's sort of, if you listen to the rhythm of life, you'll be able to get in there and you'll just be able to skip your way through life. It'll be really nice. Okay, let's just see how the guys are trying to influence the conversation that is going on within you. This did come up for other signs, but it's not quite the same way. It's having a good ear and listening to, and being a good listener. And being a good listener, then you can actually then express good advice. And it seems like that, but it seems more of a case of, for you, Aries, the advice you give people in relationships is more how you do things. So when you do something, they kind of go, oh yeah, I get it now. Rather than you having to tell them. That's what it seems like. So you can help a lot within your relationships that are around you, and you can help others within those communities, within the family, friends, and your partner, just by doing things. And then they kind of, you know, it helps other people to realize how you are, and it also helps to realize how you are yourself. Yeah, did you get that? How they realize how you are, and how you realize how you are. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's sort of done. It's a strength card. Yeah, being true to yourself. I think that's what it is here on this relationship side here. And if you allow those emotions to flow through, you will actually be expressing the true side of you that may be a case that no one's really seen before. Yeah, my brother's an Aries, and he doesn't stop surprising me in the things he gets up to. Really, he's an amazing guy. Amazing guy. Do love you, bro. You know, heads up to you. Yeah, so, you know, stay true to yourself. Yeah, it'd be really good, and it'll help you in the relationships. Let's have a look what's going on the business sort of side, the finances, the money, etc. Okay, let's just see. So you've got this is where it's contradictory. You've got like the King of Wands, which is a leader, which is someone who's moving on, who's leading the group. That's why the lion's behind him. He's conquered the lion, he's got that flame, and he's moving on. And then you've got this one here that's sort of saying, walk away from something. Well, I suppose it could be that, you know, they're asking you to go, yeah, this could well be it. So they're asking you to go forward, strike out on your path. In order to do that, you need to walk away from things within the business, your job, or your projects, or acquisitions, or your physical side of life. Yeah? Let's just see what the overall message is between the two. I think this is more important than that, actually. I think the universe here is just kind of saying this is where you should be going. It gives you, it's almost as if like it's got a big light that it's put out there in your path, and sort of saying, see that light, head to it. That's all it's sort of saying. It's not sort of, and the here there's a bit of a, Aries is not the best of blowing your own trumpet, and this sometimes can make Aries a little bit scared of change. Not necessarily scared, but they like things to be in place before they change, so there's less risk, basically. And I think this week here, there's a bit more of a risk element than Aries would be comfortable with. And it's trusting that if you want to go from one side to the river to the other, you have to at some point let go of one side from one of the river banks, so you can then go across slightly and grab the hold of the other. And you've got to trust that moment between the two. So I think this is more of a case here where it's actually teaching you to rely on yourself and be more sure about yourself. Let's see how the guys are trying to influence that sort of karmic path there. Very solid, very, very foundational sort of scenario. It's, you know, it's not necessarily believing in yourself, but knowing that if you do one thing, that's the result in theory you should be getting. And it's trusting in that. It's having confidence to trust in that as well. And I think the guides are bringing in things that are very solid and sorted, so it gives you that confidence, because, you know, when you see a square, you know it's a square. There's no real arguments about it. So they're trying to make your life a little bit easier, just to build you up your confidence by the looks of things. Nine of Cups, they are actually bringing in quite a lot by the looks of things, and that's going to help you sort of explore that whole idea of actually going through to that light that the universe has been trying to shine you, and that's what that light there is all about. You know, that expression of your gifts as well from the to the universe and to the community that is around you, or the business that is around you. And there's definitely possibilities that are coming in there that the guides are trying to give you real confident builders. And as they go on, the first one's going to be square, the next one's going to be oblong, and the next one's going to be like a hexagon. So they're going to build it up, and they're going to gradually start offering you more and more things. So you might find that at the beginning of the week it trickles through, and then by the end of the week you're going to have a really busy by the end of the week. Let's just see how what's going on with the conversation within you, or how your guides are trying to influence the conversation that is in you. It just helps you to recognize what your guides are trying to say to you, because everyone's living something completely different. Yeah, this is really electric. Very quick. It's a very defined thing between one thing and another. It's a real separation thing. The sun. Pure happiness. So, yeah, very electric. I don't know if you know anything about the electric universe. We talk about it on Cymatic TV, which is also in the description below, where we go into the energies from the earth, messages from the earth, the chakra sequences of the earth and the human, and how it can sort of affect us as an electrical beings. That's basically our aura and our energies, basically. So it's trying to introduce that whole idea of trust in the idea that the sun is going to come up tomorrow. That's what it's sort of saying. And you could, if you could bring that, you can take that to the bank, you know. And if you do, it's going to make you very happy, Aries. It's going to make you really contented. So almost like the guides are sort of saying, see, look, knew that, I had that covered. They're really building up your confidence here, which is really good for you, which you should have been doing in your manifestations last week, really. Let's just see how you combine these two pathways together. Almost like with the confirmation on this side and being who you are, being true to who you are, it's gonna build you with confidence that it's actually gonna make victories very easy. So you're gonna be able to accomplish things in the everyday life with ease by the looks of things. Lovers. You're the only one to have got that card, actually, funnily enough. And you haven't had the Queen of Wands or the Knight of Cups, which everybody else has had. But you've got the Lovers, so you're unifying these two sides together. And that looks really good after that sort of starting of the journey last week that we went into your reading last week. And it's starting to unify both those sides. So it's allowing your emotions on this side to sort of expressing your true inner being, and allowing your emotions out there so people can actually see you and getting into a real rhythm of life and just being that person who does things that helps other people to understand life just because you're doing things. And that's going to amalgamate. And I said earlier on, the relationship side is really influencing the money side of life. And the money side of life is bringing in those opportunities, allowing your guides bring into those opportunities so you can actually move forward towards that goal that you have within you. And it should be very electric, very zippy, very light, very lot of fun, basically. Let's see what the information is going through here. It'd be interesting to see how this happens on the monthlies readings next week, which if you subscribe and click the bell, you'll get notifications the moment they come out next week. Let's just see here. It's almost as if you're looking over your shoulder, though. I don't know if it's regret, but it's that moment, as I was saying earlier on, where you let go of one side of the river and you're going over to the other side and you're getting closer to it, and then you look behind you and you kind of think, ooh. And you get that moment where you're caught between the two. So it might be pure happiness again. It's definitely coming in here. Look at that line that goes through there. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups, the Sun with the Lovers above it. Really beautiful cards, actually, for you, Aries. Maybe I haven't played it up enough. Maybe I should have done. I'll be straight with you, but it's coming. It's in the future. It's it may be that looking back over your shoulder, start saying, why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I be like this in life earlier? Why didn't I be this freer about myself earlier in life? So it might be that realization in the future that actually it's really easy to manifest a really beautiful future. So yeah, there you go, Aries. First things first, I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed to this channel on the Aries front. There was loads of you last week. And I'm feeling the love, I'm feeling the support from Aries. It's been really nice this week, really beautiful to see you here. So I do appreciate it, and I do wish to thank you for it. If you're not part of the Astroflower family, it's very easy to do. You just need to subscribe, and more importantly, click that bell. Apparently it's really important for YouTube. Don't know how I understand it myself, but apparently it's really important. Okay, there's loads of links in the description below, including your book as well, the Aries Astroflower. So it'd be interesting to see how this all plays out in the next month, and in accordance to the vibrations that you can see on Cymatic TV. In the meantime, Aries, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.